And we're back. What's up, y'all? Lynn Butler here, represent. Big shout out to everybody who showed up early. Give yourselves a round of applause. Our lovely judges are ready, so we're gonna bring our judges out to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone at home, please welcome our first semifinalist, Olivia Morris. Give it up. Yeah, it's good to be back. Judges are settled in. Olivia, are you ready? Whenever you're ready, you just call time, all right?
Time. Hello, judges. My name is Olivia Morris, and I look forward to serving you today. The coffee I'll be using was roasted by my friends from Methodical Coffee Roasters in Greenville, South Carolina. The coffee that I'm using for all three courses of today's presentation is a yellow varietal black honey processed coffee from Colombia. It was grown in the Santa Barbara region in Antigua, Colombia, and the coffee producer is from La Ventilera. His name is Felipe Trejo. He is absolutely amazing, and I look forward to serving you this coffee. I'm gonna pause and go ahead and start grinding. That way we can get everything served. Okay, and I am back. So the first course I'll be serving you is going to be my espresso course. The first time I actually had this coffee was on espresso, so I'm really excited to get to share that experience with all of you. From this coffee, you should expect tasting notes of Baker's dark brown sugar, blood orange, a pomegranate juice, and dried mango. The tactile experience of this coffee is going to be a medium weight. It'll have a nice, round, smooth texture, and the finish is going to be dry and slightly lingering. The ratios of my espresso are going to be 19 grams in, 38.5 grams out at 21 seconds. Please wait to enjoy until everyone has been served. You are. Please enjoy. So at the event I mentioned earlier where I tried this coffee for the first time, it's where I met Felipe. And having the opportunity to speak with him was truly inspiring. The way he talks about coffee and his level of excitement about what he does is honestly amazing. When I was chatting with him, I had learned that Felipe not only is a coffee producer, he is a master processor, he was a barista, and he also is a roaster as well. In one of my first conversations with him, Felipe question to me where he had asked if I had my opinion on how I could get, my mic is cutting now. Can I call a technical timeout? My mic keeps cutting in and out.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Time. In the first conversation I had with Felipe, he had asked me if I had one way I thought we could get people excited about starting a career in coffee. And I'm sure if I asked everyone that question, they would all have a different answer. I to think about it, and I think that the answer to that question is reassessing how we as an industry look at the supply chain. And what that means to me is instead of looking at the supply chain as this transactional linear thing where I'm buying something from someone and selling it, and that's the end of how we look at it, I had the thought of what if we looked at the supply chain as instead of everyone who is a part of it as equally a part of the specialty coffee community as each of us in this room today. After that thought hit me, it got me really thinking about, after all of the time that I've spent trying to build a career in this industry, how I had looked at everything so small scale, and I started to zoom out my lens. The next course I'll be serving you is my milk course. It consists of 2 parts, my espresso and of course my milk. I'm using a Atlanta Dairy whole milk that is a cream line milk. And this is my representation of how I used to look at the coffee industry. From this beverage, you should expect tasting notes of a shortbread cookie, melted vanilla ice cream, and a mango sherbet. The tactile experience is a medium weight, and it has a creamy texture. The finish is sweet and slightly lingering. Enjoy. 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 The next course I'll be serving you For the next course, I'll be serving you my signature beverage. It'll consist of components that are similar to my original flavor calls of my espresso, which were pomegranate juice, dried mango, and dark baker's brown sugar. The point of this is to represent the fact that we as an industry can incorporate different aspects of the supply chain, such as coffee producers, coffee pickers, and other people within the supply chain in ongoing conversations that we're having about topics that may directly affect them. In this drink, I came up with the idea of trying to add components that were already found within the coffee to see if I could create a new sensory experience by doing so. The drink itself will consist of 72 grams of pomegranate juice, 3 grams of lime juice, a dark baker's brown sugar simple syrup that was made with 100 grams of sugar, 100 grams of water, as well as 20 grams of orange juice. It'll be shaken over ice and then strained and served. From this beverage, you should expect a light, tactile experience. The tasting notes are going to be fruit punch, orange creamsicle, and fruity pebbles. You should expect a creamy texture and a sweet, lingering finish from this. The finish reminds me of dark chocolate, and it creates a unique experience that this coffee typically didn't present on its own, nor does any of the ingredients I added. Thank you. Thank you. We as an industry are working towards changing a lot of things and have a lot of lofty goals. And I think the first way of achieving those is by talking to people at Origin who have unique experiences different from our own. Thank you, and that's my time.
Give it up, Olivia Morris. Come on over here. We're gonna stand in front of this camera. Shout out to the people at home. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
That was so impressive. Is there anyone on your team, coach, you want to thank?
I am competing as a complete independent. My friend Conan let me use his shop to practice, and I appreciate it greatly. My friends and my family, as well as the coffee community, really help support me. I'm incredibly lucky. I think for me, it was proving to myself that I was capable of doing it. I'm sure a lot of people out there understand the not working for a big shop, not having a lot of backing, and feeling like competing in any form of competition is super unattainable. I felt the same way. I signed up and got the email, and I couldn't say no, so I figured I'd make it work. So if anyone out there is wanting to compete and feels like they can't or it's impossible, please reach out. I may not have all of the answers. I may not know a ton about competition, but I can give you some of my experience with how I got here. Thank you so much.
That's dope. Give it, yeah, definitely give it up. If you don't know what goes into preparing for a competition, having a team really helps. And doing it on your own is like, that's baller, y'all. One more time, give it up, give it up, give it up. I made some notes because you had me at Fruity Pebbles. That Sig Bev was dope. I mean,
thank you.
It's fruit punch, orange creamsicle, and Fruity Pebbles, and you didn't use any of those ingredients. That's dope. Where did the inspiration come from that drink?
I honestly started making it at home. I don't have an espresso machine, so I was like, okay, this drink's gonna be ice. So I tried making like a cold brew concentrate of the coffee at home, and then messing around with that idea. So honestly, a lot of trial and error of the trying to make a unique experience that synergized with the coffee, that didn't detract from the coffee, but wasn't too on the nose. I lucked out. That's all I have to say. I
mean, you didn't have a lot of time to prepare for a Sig Bev for this competition, and you did an amazing job. I wish I could have tasted it. But yeah, we're going to keep things rolling. One more time, give it up for Olivia Morris!
Thank you so much.
Adam, what's up?
All right. Our next competitor out of Nashville, Tennessee, from Elixir Coffee Roasters, Brooke Wolf. Judges are ready. Let's get it going.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Lauren. Hi, guys. Perfect, thank you.
All right, Brooke, whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Can I get my music?